Hi guys! Today I'm doing another top 3, but today it's going to be my top 3 favorite villains. It seems like, to me, in a lot of young adult books, villains are kind of lacking. I feel like a lot of authors feel like, oh, if we just make them do bad things, then that makes them a bad guy, and then that's that. But for me, a lot of it is why they do the bad things. I like getting inside the villain's head and finding out the motives behind what it is that makes them evil, because it's really easy to be a good guy. You do good things, you're a good person, that's easy. That is an acceptable way of living. But to be a bad guy and to be able to do evil, unspeakable things, something's really gotta be kind of messed up there. So to me, villains can be very interesting. And a lot of times, like I said, I feel like they're just kind of thrown aside. So my number 3 favorite villain is Queen Levana from Cinder. Excuse where this is. Somebody put a sticker on this book that I cannot get off, and it drives me crazy. Anyway, so Queen Levana, hopefully I'm saying her name right, is the villain in these books. She is the queen from Lunar, the moon. She's the lunar queen. And she is evil. But the thing that I like about her is we don't really know why she's evil yet. She's very, very mysterious. She always keeps her face covered. She can't have mirrors around. She's interesting, and I like that. And Marissa Meyer is publishing a little book called Ferris that is all about Queen Levana and why she is the way she is. Hopefully it's not out yet, so we don't really know. But I'm really excited because she is an intriguing villainess. We don't know why she is so evil or what has happened in her life to make her this way, and because of that, she's intriguing. Like, the series hasn't ended. She's not a flat villain because there's still going to be a reason behind her. I can feel it. Alright, villain number 2 is the Darkling from Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I love the Darkling. Like, he was my favorite part of these books. These weren't my favorite books, but I enjoyed them. They were good. But my favorite thing was the Darkling and his evil. Now, it's hard because I loved him so much. I thought he was a great villain. He was seductive, he was charismatic, he was powerful, he was interesting, and we didn't know why he was that way until the last book. And because of that, the whole time I just had feels for him. I loved him, and if you guys have read any of my reviews of these, I was shipping Elena and the Darkling like the whole time. I just wanted them to end up together and rule the world with like an iron fist of death. Like, I really wanted that to happen. Spoilers, it didn't. Whatever, nobody listens to me. I thought it would have been a great ending. But I really like him because he made the dark side tempting. Like, he was so mysterious and kind of like seductive and sexy, trying to draw Elena in all the time, trying to tempt her over to the darkness, and I don't think I could have resisted. I mean, he was awesome, and I really, really liked him. I thought he was such an intriguing character through all these books, and when you find out every bit of information through the books about him, it's just like, oh my gosh, he's so sad, but he's so evil, but it's sad, and I thought he was great. And then my number 1 favorite villain, I'm sure this is very predictable, Voldemort from the Harry Potter series, and I picked the 7th book because it's got the creepy, ooh, look at his snaky face and his big, long, spooky fingers. Ugh, Voldemort. I think the reason I love Voldemort so much is because he really gets a lot of time in the books. We get to delve into his past, we get to see the transformation and creation of him into the darkest wizard in the world. And that, to me, is really, really interesting. Through the 6th and the 7th book, that was really part of what I looked forward to. Tom Riddle, as a young man, turning into Voldemort. And Voldemort really had lots of depth and layers to him, and J.K. Rowling did a fantastic job creating him into an effective and sinister and evil character. I found him to be just the darkest, most evil thing ever, but so realistic. He wasn't just like an entity of evil popped out of the depths of hell to rain terror on the world. He was a child, he was a boy, he was a young man, and then he was Voldemort. And we got to see that. And that to me just made him even more terrifying, to see kind of this path of destruction that he lived, even as a kid. It was... Ugh. Voldemort to this day creeps me out, really. Like, I think that's a wonderful sign of how great he was of a character, that he still gives me the willies. And he is, in my opinion, my favorite villain of all time. Alright, so those are my top 3 spooky evil villains in books. Feel free to let me know who your guys' favorite villains are. I think it's very interesting because everybody always talks about who the best good guys are and heroes and heroines. I want to know who your guys' favorite big baddies are. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time.